Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. I have been really busy starting a new job on maternal services. I'm a registered nurse, so I've been doing lots of learning there. But I'm super excited to be back. I am bringing to you a video to show you some of Lawn Fawn's new release. So I'm going to be using the new Virtual Friends add-on stamp set and the coordinating dies that go with it. I was so excited when I saw this in the new release. I can't wait to use this little chair and that little mouse that's waving. How cute is that? And it goes so good with the Virtual Friends. So I'm going to use that Virtual Friends stamp set. So let's get to it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is stamp out all my images on Nina Solar White Classic Crest cardstock in 80 pound, and I am going to be using my stamp press to stamp out all of these images. The ink that I'm using is a black ink. It's a nice Copic friendly ink by Altenew. So it's their coloring ink, and as you can see, I'm kind of having issues with my stamp press there, so I just kind of made sure that all my lines were nice and thick to have beautiful images for coloring. For coloring, I pulled out my Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. I am using the red browns, so the RB1, RB2, and RB3. And I am just going to be doing some shadows and some highlights. As you can see here, I'm just blending out with the markers, and I'm kind of pulling the tip through to kind of make it look like wood. So if you can kind of see here, I'm just doing the base color, doing the darker color on the edges, and kind of pulling it through just to try to make it more realistic. So now I'm just doing the plant, and I'm doing citrus greens, so citrus green 1, citrus green 2, and just very simple coloring here. For the banners, I want to use RV21 and RV12. So I am just kind of deciding what I want to do here. I'm doing G21, G23, GT2 is a tongue twister. So I originally thought I just wanted to do the banners in the one color, but later off camera I actually do both of those blends, and I go one pink, one green, one pink, one green. You'll see it later, but for now I'm just coloring with those RVs. And I really like this color of pink. I really wanted to go with a pinkish color scheme. I thought it was really pretty. I'm making this card for a friend of mine, so I just wanted to make a nice pretty kind of summer colors, spring summer colors for her. I am using those greens, kind of turquoisey colors to make the plant pot there, and I'm gonna go ahead and use these same colors for the pencil cup here. It's so cute. It has scissors and pencil and a ruler or pen, and I'm also coloring the cup, and then I'm gonna use those turquoise colors to color the chair. And this chair is so exciting. You can have so many different critters, and the gnome. I saw a really nice card with the gnome. All sorts of critters you could put in here. So, and actually the little people from Lawn Fawn, or not the little people, but the people from Lawn Fawn fit in this chair as well. So I'm just doing kind of the same technique. I'm doing the edges of the chair, all of the corners I'm kind of doing a darkening so that it looks like the seat where the critter will sit. The back of it will be the light part. So I'm just blending out with my 3 colors, and it's looking really cute. So I decided that I was going to do some grays for the computer and make it kind of look like a Mac. My mom has a Mac just like this, so I thought that's how I'd make it look. So I'm using the cool grays, or I guess they're called ice grays from Spectrum Noir. So I'm using Ice Gray 2, and I'm also using Ice Gray 5 for the shadows. And then I'm going to use those same colors for the chair, so I'm using Ice Gray 5 there. And I'm also going to come in with some Ice Gray 7 to do the wheels and the handles, just to kind of make it almost look black, but not quite. It still goes with the color scheme. And just Ice Gray 2 for some highlights. So I'm thinking this looks really good. And oh, and I just kind of showed you there the banner, how I decided to do it. And for the mouse, my favorite colors are the warm grays for the mice. So the 3 colors that I chose were Warm 1, Warm 3, and Warm 5. And I just put a base layer with the Warm 1, and I kind of come in with my shadows with the Warm 3, and then I darken them up with the Warm 5. I don't know if you guys can hear, but my dog is just kind of relaxing in the back, having some sleep, so you might hear him snoring. But he's always a great furry companion to have in the craft room. So like I said, I just kind of darkened up those shadows and I blended it back out, going back with the Warm 3 and the Warm 1 to end off with. And I have some R20 to do his tummy and his ears. So I'm really happy with that coloring, so I'm going to go ahead and make the background. I'm using Distress Oxide in Peacock Feathers and Worn Lipstick. I'm using the new Lawn Fawn plaid stencil, another thing from the new release that I was super excited to get. So I decided to use the lighter color first. I wanted to use the Worn Lipstick. So I am just blending that out with the larger stencil. This pack of stencils comes with 2. To make really cool plaid designs. You can do so many different things, and I know I'll be using it lots more. But for this one, I wanted to use the big part of the stencil and come in with the Distress Oxides. They blend so nicely. And my system here is just using some purple tape to hold it down. I mean, it doesn't work the best. I think I'm going to invest in one of the stencil mats where you can put magnets down. But for now, the purple tape will work for sure. And I was kind of playing around, seeing what I wanted to do, and I actually decided I wanted to do kind of like a thick plaid. So I decided to use the big stencil again and come back in with the peacock feathers. So the peacock feathers is kind of like a turquoisey color. I decided to use it so it could kind of go with the color scheme I was using in the coloring. So as you can see, it's already looking good with the pink. I think this stencil is just so versatile. Like, you could use it in so many different directions. You can make so many different patterns and just use any color you want. So it was a really great idea by Lawn Fawn. So here is what I did with the background, and it's not like I didn't have to go through the stencil a whole bunch of times. I literally just used it 2 times, and look how great it looks. So I die cutted out some stitched rectangles. I will just have to double check on the sizing of that. I'll put it in the description below. And I also used some light pink cardstock to cut out a floor. And as you can see, I'm just kind of seeing where all my placement's gonna be, and I'm figuring out where am I gonna put my sentiment. So I decided to put the sentiment that came with the Virtual Friends add-on, Sending Smiles from My Desk to Yours. I just thought it was super cute and just such a great little sentiment that could be used for literally anything. Even just sending smiles, but I decided to use it for a happy birthday card. I'm going to put happy birthday on the inside. I am using my powder tool first, and then I am using some embossing ink from Altenew, and then I am using some VersaFine white embossing powder here. And off camera, I'm just heating it up so that my sentiment is nice and melted. Makes that nice glossy white sentiment, and I thought it looked so good on the light pink. It was just kind of a subtle way to have a sentiment in there without it being overpowering from all the cute critter images in the actual card. So here is the finished sentiment, and just like I had placed them before, I am going to glue with my Lawn Fawn glue. Did you hear my dog in the background? He's so cute. So I'm just gluing them down with that Lawn Fawn glue. This glue is gotta be my favorite. I have tried so many other glues, but I just really like these tubes. I wish the tubes came bigger actually, but they are nice to just fit in your hand. So I am just putting all of the images down, and it's just turning out so cute. I really love this add-on. I'm just going to be putting on the finishing touches of this card, putting the plant where it needs to go, and this cute little critter. He is going to be sitting and waving to us, and same with this friend on the FaceTime is what I'm imagining. That's what I use most often. And his cute cup on the desk and the pencils. It just really puts this whole scene together. And I think the color scheme is just adorable. So I have a little tip for you. If you have kind of a little bit of smudging on the card, you can just use a rubber eraser. I just literally am using an eraser that I have on my desk, and it rubs imperfections away. You just have to be careful to not use it too hard on the paper. It could rip. But here is my finished card. I am so excited to show you this today, and thank you so much for joining. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And you can follow me on Instagram at KissinScrapbook. Thank you so much, guys.